are you doing? So we started doing something recently in my inner circle group, the No BS Nation. So I have always had this habit of taking screenshots of ads that I see on Facebook, whether if it's image, I take a screenshot. If it's video, I record the video. Ads that stand out to me and ads that I consider to be subpar, right? So I've been keeping them for a while. I have like tons of them. So recently, I then decided that I was going to be sharing. An idea just came to me that why not, share these ads on the group, and we discuss them, and then people are able to learn from the conversation. So I started that today, and I thought, okay, I will start putting these videos on YouTube so that people can start really understanding understanding consumer psychology, meaning how customers think, customer behavior, why people make the decisions they make, why people buy, why people get interested, and all that, and persuasive communication. Ability to communicate with customers in such a way that you can engage their attention and you can fire up their interest and all that. So I just felt like we should start having these conversations, and so I started bringing up these ads on the group. So today I brought this particular one, and then I asked them what is wrong with this ad, right? What is wrong with this ad? And people gave a couple of interesting answers. Now I already have some of the things that I am going to mention, but what I want to do is I want you to see the contribution of other people on the group first, right? So you can read through, you can pause this video and read through, right? Let me show you the ad again. So what is wrong with this ad, right? Look at it carefully. You can pause this video. Why should you choose Flams? This is an agency, by the way. And they say we provide excellent services in creative designs, UI, UX design, social media marketing, digital marketing, social media management, copywriting, and content creation. Now, if you are anything good with copywriting and consumer psychology, you will know that this is a massive, colorful disappointment. But let's take it one after the other. Let's see other people's contribution on the group, and then we will come back to analyze that ad one by one. So Umar Taeshe, who says that no benefit is infused and it tries to be jack of all trades. And that is correct to a degree, about 50% correct about the no benefits infused, which is true, very true. And I said you're 50% correct. And Pascal says they are self-centered and not customer-centered. Somebody may not initially understand this, right? Like, what do you mean by self-centered? But the truth is that they are only talking about their own services. They're not talking about exactly how does this benefit the customer. You're listing out features, you're listing out your services. What does this do for the customer? The customer doesn't care about your service. Your service is a means to an end. That's not what they care about. People don't care about the means. People care about the end result. It's the end result that they're focused on, because that's where the problem is, right? And it says they are bragging about themselves in a direct way that customers don't care about. And that is true, exactly what I just said. To have communicated the same message to that, okay, they would have focused on who they have helped and what they have helped them accomplish. Benefits, just like what Umar said. Benefits. What is the benefits, right? Then Courage Vibes goes on to say they haven't answered the one single question. What is in it for me? This is so succinct. I can't explain. You can see everything people are talking about here is what exactly is the core primary benefit of all this? What is the benefit to the consumer? Why should they? Okay, fine, no problem. You do all this. What is it going to help me achieve? Because if you don't talk about that from the very, very beginning, nobody's going to pay any attention to you. Then let's go on. Then Kolapo Idris says, first, their design is whack. Doesn't qualify them as a good designer. I was forced to agree with that, even though I didn't notice it initially. He says, secondly, why would they mention social media marketing and digital marketing together? Is social media marketing not under digital marketing? Or are they trying to make it known that you can learn social media marketing only without... This is true. This is really true. Now, let's go on. So I said, okay, this is 80% correct. And I responded and all that. Then I went here. So Progress Yemi says poor headline, which is very true. Why you should choose FIAMS? Okay. Weak CTA. Literally, CTA does not even exist. There's no call to action. Poor design, right? Which is true. weak bullet list, meaning that the things that they listed out does not, still coming back to the issue of benefits. They just listed features. So when he said weak bullet list, basically means your list is only talking about the features, not the compelling benefits that will want me to desire this stuff. Zero benefits, exactly the same thing again. And I said correct. Then I went on and then somebody came. You have to be really patient with this video. This is not something you want to rush, right? Because if you're really going to get value from this, you have to pay attention to what people are saying. Now, somebody came and wiped the floor with his analysis, and he said some things are wrong with it. It says it reveals what they do. Again, features, focusing on themselves, right? We offer social media marketing services. We offer digital marketing. Shut up. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. That's not what they want. Those are means to an end. Then he said it focuses on their services instead of beaming the satellite on the problems of the prospect. Again, the benefits, the problems. What exactly is the need for the customers? It's not about you, but about your customers, right? And he says it's totally banal and plain with no point of differentiation from what others are doing in the market. In other words, everything they've listed does not show them it does not make them appear different and unique in any way. So why should I pay more attention to somebody who is doing exactly the same thing as other people? Then he now said there is no specific problem the advert copy proposes to solve. I can't explain how joyous I felt when I saw this. It's just multiple services to offer. That means their audience is not known. They don't know their audience. The ad does not make any offer. Again, same thing as not solving any particular problem, right? Since people are inherently selfish and wanting more for less, the ad lacks mouth-watering offer, which people can quickly jump onto. So there's no statement of offer. But even if you didn't make an offer, if you at least made one audacious promise of a benefit, right, you would have gotten attention. An ad should have one clear message directed at one clear audience, and that is very, very true. One clear message in this state means one clear, big, bold, audacious, primary benefit. The one core promise of benefit. See, I'm repeating this thing so that it can enter. The one core promise, either we call it a core promise or a primary promise of benefits that they will get. That is what is going to get their attention and cause them to want to click through. So this ad does terribly on that. Right, now, let's go on to my own analysis. I hope you've taken out everything. Now, I'm not necessarily going to be saying something completely different from everything they've said because they've done absolute justice to this stuff. I just want to expand a little. So let's go. So number one, let's go back to that ad. Let me scroll back up. All right. So they said, now the headline, why should you choose Flams? We provide excellent services in creative designs, UI, UX designs, social media marketing, and all that. So the first thing they try to do, right, what they have done here is that there is no compelling primary core promise of benefit. Like I said earlier, what is this going to do for me? We provide excellent services. What is it going to do for me? How does that affect me? Right? No primary benefit. What they should have done instead is something like this. Something like, we have helped customer Z generate $3.2 million in sales in 3 months. We can help you do the same. That is a big, bold, audacious benefit. That will get anybody's attention. So there is no compelling primary core promise of benefits. That's number one. Number two is that even when they try to make a promise of benefits, which is why should you choose Flam, meaning what is the benefit for choosing us, they destroyed it immediately by going ahead to just list out the services that they offer. First off, this focuses on them and not on the customer, and it doesn't focus on how it helps the customer. So it is a waste. Then number three, failed attempt at brand differentiation, meaning they tried to make themselves look different. Why should you choose Flams? In other words, what makes us different? So this question has two answers. It has the answer of what makes us different, and it also has the answer of how is what we do going to benefit you. So it fails to answer those two questions just by simply listing out just the services, which are basically just features. right? So they failed terribly at brand differentiation, because now somebody's going to look at this. I'm like, okay, you're saying you first attempt to answer why I should choose you over others, and you just look exactly the same like every other person. You provide excellent service in creative design and all these things. So, okay, what makes you different from every other person who is doing the same thing? That question was never answered. They asked a question that they never answered, right? And then back to the issue of market differentiation, right? Vague promise of benefit, right? So they come here. Apart from the fact that it does not even contain any promise of benefit at all, it's also vague. When you say we provide excellent services, how do I judge excellent service? What does excellent service look like? I can't picture it in my head. So it's vague. So it's one thing to write a benefit. It is another thing for your benefit to be crystal clear, vividly clear. You can say a man is tall, right? But the question is, how tall is he? Is he 6 foot plus tall? Is he a giant? Right? How tall is he? Give me a crystal clear. Give me a description. When you describe your benefit, the person should be able to immediately see a clear mental picture. This is persuasion 201. This is how people are able to imagine. You give them a clear picture so they can see themselves experiencing those things. Right? So it failed in that because it's also vague. Then the fourth issue is that they send people straight to their Instagram profile instead of their website. So the problem here is, when they get to Instagram profile, what do you want them to go and do there? Do you want them to follow you? Because I don't think that's the plan. The plan is for you to start getting clients. You want them to follow you, or when they get to the Instagram profile, you're not expecting them to send you a DM, right? You have introduced several unnecessary barriers. There are barriers that are necessary when you're doing lead generation, but these are unnecessary barriers. You're expecting people to be smart, to take action. It's not going to happen. You lead them where you want them to go. I never assume that people are intelligent or smart enough to do what they want. I lead them. So these are the four issues. So just to recap, number one is that there is no compelling primary, or core promise of benefits. There is no benefit. There is no clearly stated benefit here. There's no benefits in all these things. Number two is that even when they try to make the promise of benefits by saying that they provide excellent service, it is vague. What is excellent service? It is vague. I can't picture it. I don't know what excellent service looks like. You've not given me a clear picture to work with. Number three is that they failed at the attempt to differentiate their brand, right? You asked us, you basically said, why you should choose Flams, and then you went right ahead to just list out everything that other people are doing, which makes you exactly the same as every other person, right? Number four, sending people to their Instagram profile, so their call of action is terrible. Basically terrible. What they should have done instead, which is the right way, which I also listed here, is number one, present a single, bold, audacious promise of benefit to the customer. So let's say the goal of this ad is to get them agency clients that they can help to generate revenue, right? If that's the goal, then you can tell them what you have done with others. What is the benefit? The benefit is people want to make money, right? People want to generate revenue. That's what an agency wants. That's what an agency client wants. So this is just an example. There are different ways in which you could present this. We helped customer Z achieve $3.2 million in sales in 3 months. We can help you do the same. That is a big, bold, audacious primary promise of benefit, right? Click to learn more about how we do this, or click to learn more on how we do this. You can put that on how we do this, yeah? Right? Then you can ask them to click to your landing page, where you now explain how all these services all come together to help them achieve this particular aim, which is where you're basically talking about your own unique process or your unique methodology, or what we call the unique mechanism, right? So how your method helps them to achieve this particular aim in sight. Then another thing they could have done is that for all those different services, right, they could have run separate ads. Sorry, I think rain is falling. So in case you're hearing some background noise, that's rain. And I can't stop this recording because of that, right? They should run separate ads for the different services that they run. So they take one service. What is the biggest result without help people achieve with this service? Say social media marketing, right? What have they been able to do for clients? That they use that as the primary promise of benefit, right? And then, in social media marketing, and then they ask the person to click to learn more about their social media marketing services and clients that they've worked with and stuff like that, right? So if it is digital marketing, okay, what have you helped people do? What results have you helped them generate, and all that and all that and all that. So hopefully more of this will be coming your way. I think I'm having fun with this, and I think it really helps people, right? So the reason these people, so you see, it is one thing to get a digital marketing degree. It's one thing to get a digital marketing certification. It's another thing to know how to it's another thing to know the core things that drives people. See, at the end of the day, no matter how complex your marketing, no matter how fancy your marketing is, everything comes down to one thing, to these things I'm going to mention right now. It comes down to, number one, it comes down to your understanding of consumer psychology. It comes down, and it also comes down to your ability to make compelling offers, right? Consumer psychology, also your ability to communicate with that psychology, which is persuasive communication, persuasive communication, and also how to make compelling offers, and of course how to find the right people. How to find the right people for your offers. This is digital marketing summarized. This is everything that it counts. If you get a fancy marketing certification and you do not understand these things, because at the end of the day, it's all about attracting the people via your communication to something that they desperately want, so you can get that thing for them and make money in the end. If you don't know how to do all these things, all your marketing certification does not count. Now, if you want me to recommend, if you're a business owner and you're watching this and you want me to recommend a solid, because everything these guys have here is a copywriting problem. They have a problem with understanding consumer psychology, and then they have a massive problem with copywriting, right? So if you want me to recommend a copywriting training program for you, as at the last time I checked, that training program is 100,000 naira. I don't know how much it is right now. I've not checked in recent times. But if you understand copywriting, if you understand consumer psychology, if you understand persuasive communication, you can write your own ticket. Most businesses have a communication problem. Most businesses are majorly just subject matter experts. They're just subject matter experts. They are not good at the promotion and the marketing of their brand. So it's either you go to learn how to do that and you're going to spend money. You're going to spend money to do it, or you contract it out to an agency to do it for you. All right, so that is that. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can share the link with a couple of other people, right? I'm also going to leave a link. I'm going to leave some links in the description to one of the links will lead to one of my articles on some of the problems that is stopping what would I call it right now? That is stopping business owners from making a lot of sales online, which is this particular. Let me look for it. This particular article. 5 real reasons. This is the first video though. Hopefully with time it will become a lot posher. All right, so 5 real reasons why you're not making enough sales online. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the comment section, in the description below, right? And also, if you want to reach out to me to find out more about that copywriting training program, which is 100,000, right? As at the time of this video, it could have changed by the time you're going to see this video in the future. I don't know when that will be. You can reach out to me via a link I will also leave in the description below. All right, cheers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful time out there.